Ladies and germs, it is Tuesday evening. This is Dev Chat. I am Meanie Beanie Mabs. I am the guy who speaks first on live streams. With me tonight on Dev Chat is the creator, lead developer, game and narrative design for Wildcard, the upcoming play to earn game that we're here to talk about tonight, Mr. Derek Laporte. How's it going, Derek?
It's going good. Just relaxing on a Tuesday, like nothing, nothing going on, not doing any builds or anything today, just chilling.
And also with us tonight, broadcasting live from a bunker in Syria on a secret mission, uh, our main man, Dylan Anderson, aka Player One Taco. How's it going, Dylan?
It is going well, guys. Yeah, it is just a random Tuesday in East Denver, and I know Mabs is probably hating on me right now because of the light, downcast light. As much as he's tried to teach me about lighting, so I don't look like Skeletor or something crazy, So yeah,
It's okay. I'm just concerned that maybe you got kidnapped by the ghost of Jackson Pollock or something. I don't know what's going on behind you, but that's quite a piece of art. It's kind of inspiring.
Is
Makes
that
me
an
wanna move-
NFT?
No, it is. I was trying to see the name piece. It is there is a ton of NFT art pieces out throughout the hotel. I'm actually live at ETH Denver. I had to spend the last 40 minutes trying to find a secret, quiet room to come to you guys live, because didn't want to come to you live from the Polygon event that was supposed to be talking about Game Studio, but some magic DJ showed up, and yeah.
Alrighty. Well, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Dylan. I want to also say hello to some people in our chat. We have Sarah. How's it going, Sarah? Always great to see you. Karai, who is the meta. Karai is the meta. He is the number one player. I mean, I think we have an ELO system evolving on Discord right now, but for my money, Karai is the number one player, the wildcard player in the world. Sorry, after Derek. Derek, I don't know. Have you had a chance to play your latest deck against Karai?
No, I have not. No,
Oh.
and I think right now, Mori, I believe, is number one in the ELO.
Oh, is that right?
Mori's moving up. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I don't. I love the fact that we have an ELO system already before we even have the real matchmaking in the game. So that's incredible.
Totally.
That's awesome.
Totally. And ELO, for those who are wondering, is it's like a rating system, like in chess. When you play games, you get a number rating, and then if you play against another player with a number rating, if you win or lose, your rating will go up, will go down. So Crickle, who is the admin of our Discord, and join us on Discord, by the way. Discord. That is where we have our community. That is where we hang out and talk about Wildcard all day. So join us on Discord. And Crickle, who is the admin of our Discord, has put together this kind of ad hoc ELO system, and he's reporting on the success of everybody. So it's putting a number to actual gameplay. So I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is here. We have Jack Dillon. How's it going, Jack Dillon? We got Frozen Fire. I would be remiss. Frozen Fire is also a pretty intense wildcard player. He schooled me pretty hard last time. So NF Troubled asked the question, where do we think Dylan is today? That's a good question. We did answer that question, but that is always a question you must ask as we turn on the stream. Where will Dylan end up today? And Crickle gives us some love. Shout out to Crickle, our powerful Discord admin. He's just saving lives on there, making it awesome. The dude abides in Canada, one of our favorite guys. He's also a team member. Thank you so much for joining us, the dude. Great to see you, and great to see all of you in the chat. So if you haven't done it already, please like, subscribe, follow, do all of the social media things. You know what to do. You've been on the internet long enough. Do all those things. We appreciate your support. And we have on the crawl at the bottom of the screen there, we have our Discord invite or Discord address. So please, and Sarah, if you have a moment, could you post the Discord, also the link in the chat? I would very much appreciate it. But please join us on Discord. That is where everything happens. Michael says, but the ELO system is not automated yet, right? Someone has to overwatch the games. Yeah, Crickle. Like, bless that guy's heart. Crickle has actually been going through our streams and looking at who's been playing against who. So, I mean, just a badass, powerful Crickle there. Just not only is he the great admin of our Discord server, but he is taken this ELO system, which will eventually be in the game. But I guess Crickle is like the ELO beta or something. He's doing awesome.
Yeah. And that's just coming from people posting their wins and losses in, you know, doing a 2 out of 3, post those scores.
That's right. Those who have access to the game, they've been posting their scores. They've been playing a lot. I've been seeing a lot of activity. But in any case, today, so with all the housekeeping out of the way, we do have a lot to talk about today. So mere moments, mere seconds before we started the stream, Derek bestowed the latest build of the game on us. Is that right, Derek?
Yeah. Just calling it very close, mainly because of the transition to the Mac build. So I have to go over to the iMac. I have to basically I have to just take it from my Windows computer to an iMac, open it in the iMac, just open it to the main screen, and then I can compress it to a zip, and then it works. But without that step, it won't work. For some reason, there's some sort of Unity on Windows doesn't know something about these Mac permission files, and so you have to do that. So yeah, so I'm with the thumb drive, I'm running around here, trying to get it done in time.
Well, I mean, this is a call to action. Those of you who have access to the game, please go download the latest build and let's get that thing. Let's start playing this thing, because I'm looking. I had a few moments to look at it, and there's some new stuff here that I think is kind of exciting. So, why don't we get right into it? Do you guys want to talk about the game?
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we've got some big new things towards the end. There's some other cards that have been nerfed. There's a lot that have been kind of renamed, and some of the descriptions and stuff rewrote, but they are the same. So you're gonna see stuff like Wipeout is actually clean slate from before. It's the same functionality and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to get them in kind of more of more thematic as far as the naming conventions and things like this. First step towards that. But one of the big ones that I want to draw everybody's attention to is the Fur Rabbit. So the Fur Rabbit.
I saw that. I saw that. So let me pull him up.
Yes.
So
it's a lot of wording.
It's a lot of wording. I'm going to try to, and it is slightly obscured right now. There's so much writing that it's kind of it doesn't quite fit yet into the thing. But do you have the copy for that?
I can. Okay. I can read the exact copy of what it is. So basically, so before, you'll notice that it's gone down to a 3/2. Still costs 3 mana. It's a 3/2. Before it was a 3/1, but then it got the +4 ability when it entered the field. Now it has what is called Burrow. So Burrow creatures can't be attacked by normal creatures or range creatures. So not Nemots with those two things. But it can do a full attack against them and only takes half damage to itself. That being said, it's susceptible to flying creatures, basically. Like it says, it's susceptible to other burrow creatures and also aerial creatures. So if we think of it, it's the opposite of aerial, right? It's like a thing that can kind of go beneath the ground kind of thing. So it's on the Fur Rabbit because rabbits, they burrow and stuff.
That's right.
And then of course this one also still has the rush mechanic, so it does come out immediately and can attack that first round. But yeah, so basically there's some interplay of keywords in this one as opposed to all the previous ones. We didn't have any. We only had 2 keywords, right? Which was the Guardian, and then the Rush. Those were the only 2 keywords before. Now we've got 3 additional ones that kind of act as almost a paper rock scissors, but not quite, as far as like interplay. But like this is essentially the kind of the opposite, if you will, of aerial, right? So
very interesting indeed.
Yeah.
So you said aerial, burrow, and what was the third again, Derek?
Range.
Okay.
Yeah, range. Which we have 1 of each in the game now. So there's for rabbit for the burrow. There is we'll take a look at Zapper Duck, because Zapper Duck is the range creature now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And
I'm just doing little screenshots here to try to kind of blow them up for our audience members, so you guys can see that.
Yeah.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I want to talk about this card.
Yeah.
Why is Catfee still in the game? Why is Catfee still in the game?
Yeah, I mean,
caffeine.
Catfee is pretty useless. I will admit that Catfee is a very useless creature. As far as Nemots go, it's bottom rung Nemot.
Yeah, I mean, underground almost. And I don't know if I'm going to lose the chat here, but I might just start petitioning to have Catfee removed from the game. That's how I feel about Catfee. I'm sick of looking at it. I'm sick of seeing the card. I'm trying to build a deck, and this thing is occupying space that could be occupied by a Nemot that is useful in some way. Chat, am I out of line here? Am I out of line? You guys have played the game. What do you think about Catfee?
Who uses Catfee? No one uses it.
Who uses this card?
Does anybody have that in their deck?
Yeah.
Just Dylan.
But, so my question is, Mabs, are you that traumatized from being a cat deck attack?
I mean, that might, that might be part of it.
On Catfee.
That might be part of it.
Catfee has a special place in the heart.
Oh, wow. So, and the chat basically says I'm out of line. I don't even care what you guys say, by the way.
Yes.
But Vera Bobo says, Vera Bobo says, wow, meanie beanie, of course. Sarah says, man, don't rag on Catfee. Michael says, maybe just make Catfee better. No, I want him out. I am triggered. I am put on tilt now when I see this card. So Catfee. Sarah says, Team Catfee. Are you kidding me right now?
Correct. I want to see some
I use it.
Team Catfees.
Sarah says, save Catfee. Karai says, depends on the deck. I might just end the stream right now because there's anyway. All right. I'm sorry to derail. You were doing a very good explanation of these new mechanics, but this doesn't end here. Okay. I'm gonna drop it for today. But I'm telling you guys here on the stream and you guys in the chat, I am not dropping this here. Okay. This is not over. So let's start talking about Zapper Duck.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult to defend Catfee, I gotta say. Like it's nearly impossible to defend Catfee.
Okay.
Pretty useless.
Okay.
Pretty useless.
All right.
And and maybe one day be useful. I don't know. So Zapper Duck is useful. Does have use. That's not, by the way, that's not a keyword. I should have that as a keyword, like useful, non-useful too. We put Catfee in the non-useful. So range. So basically range is like it says they're half attack but takes no damage, right? So basically, this is a 4/2, so it can attack with range, and it does 2 damage, but it doesn't lose any. It doesn't lose any of its health because it's attacking from range, basically. It's also a guardian, so don't forget it's also a guardian. This one's actually really useful now because it's got both of those qualities. And then not to mention the quack attack, which was there before. But basically, the added addition to it now is that range ability. Now, again, range can actually attack aerial creatures, so that's very useful because in a lot of situations, like normal and burrow creatures cannot attack aerial creatures. So you're going to need either an aerial creature or one with range in order to counterattack any kind of aerial creature, because otherwise they're just going to fly right over you and hit your player crystal and take you out. So yeah, so it's good to basically we've got basically it's almost like you should put this in a deck at this point for the purpose of this.
All right. Juge says Mabs is probably a hoity-toity tea drinker. You sound like a Catfee guy or girl. You sound like a Catfee defender over there. Okay. You want to insult me? I'll insult you. You Catfee person. So back on track here. So range. So the benefit of range really is you're able to hit these flying creatures, but take no damage of your own.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and then frankly, being able to you can actually hit other creatures too. So you can hit almost all of them, right? Without taking damage. So that's an added benefit, for sure. Yeah.
Cool. That is, I mean, these are huge changes. Huge changes. Really
huge.
Adding again a layer of complexity every week. It's now growing exponentially. All the different things that you can do.
Right.
All right. So that's Zapper Duck. So now we have the burrowing keyword. Is that what you're calling it? Okay.
Burrow.
And burrow. Sorry. And range. So these are the two ones we've covered now. So what was the next card?
The next card. So it should be near the last page, I believe.
There
it is. The turtle kite, basically. Turite.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Turite.
Turite.
Almost sounds like a rock. Almost sounds like a rock there. A gemstone.
It does. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, because it's a kite, then it inherits that aerial ability. It's a sea turtle. Obviously you can't see the full art here, but when you in the game, it'll you'll see the full thing. So it can bypass guardians, so it can completely ignore guardians, unless of course they're aerial guardians. Don't forget about that. But it can bypass regular guardians, and it can't be attacked by Nemots without range or aerial. It also has the ability to attack burrow Nemots, so it's the enemy of the fur rabbit.
Interesting.
Yeah, turtles and rabbits again, enemies. Whoa, always enemies.
You just blew my mind. I think now there. I just started making the connections. To childhood tales.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to give too much away, but this is layered. This is like Stanley Kubrick level of layering into the. I mean, 20 years from now, we might find connections and Easter eggs that we did not know were there before. But this is very cool.
Yeah.
So the turtle and the rabbit are enemies. I love it.
Pure enemies right now.
There's a story to that though that follows through, like the different versions of it, where maybe the turtle then makes friends with the rabbit makes friends with the turtle, and they become synergistic. So maybe that might be the new power couple.
Yeah, the rabbit got sidetracked on the way to grandma's house. I believe is how it goes. And then the turtle got stuck in the ooze, and then it eats pizza now.
Excellent.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I saw an important question here in the chat,
Yes.
and thank you so much, guys, for joining us in the chat tonight. It's always great to see your faces and your chats, and join me in my campaign against Catfee. But Michael says, "Will the pictures be adjusted to fit the frame of the card soon?" So this is a good opportunity to mention that you are currently watching pre-alpha gameplay
Yes.
of Wildcard, the upcoming play to earn game that we're working on. So this is like as early as you like. This is a sneak peek. This is like while the film is still like the cameras are still filming stuff out there. Like you know what I mean? It's you're getting an advanced peek. You're on set when this movie is being made. So be thankful that Derek lets us show the game this early. I think it's really great.
Yeah, but he is correct. Those things are going to get fixed.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And then not only that, but like there's a system, like a randomization system that's being built out, which randomizes them, and then it actually is going to convert through the randomization to a card look for the particular game objects. Right now, the way that these things are kind of set up is they're set up before, and then it's basically taking a screenshot, if you will, and then it's putting that screenshot into the card space, which is the reason why like some of them don't work, some of them do, that kind of thing. But yeah, that'll be resolved.
Cool. But thank you very much for your question. Yeah. Oh, here's a cat. Will Catfee look better later? Complete new pictures, since it's one of the most unique cards in the game. It should have some shiny pick.
Sarah did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty nice. He means a better framed picture of it, since it's one of the most important cards in the game. Yeah. We'll. I mean, all Catfees will be the most limited. You know, like they're all gonna be legendaries.
Yeah, but listen to me right now, chat. If I have anything to say about it, Catfee will not be in this game on release. Okay. Catfee will not be in this game on release. So this is, I know I don't have much pull around here, right? I'm just a guy that talks first on the stream, but I'm telling you right now, if I have anything to say about it, Catfee is getting cut before game
the level 50 legendary.
Yeah.
It looks like Sarah has started a Discord. Save Catfee.
Save Catfee.
Save Catfee.
Yeah, you guys can do your little marches. You can do some petitions, but I'm telling you, it's not going to work. And we just lost Dylan. He disappeared into the Matrix. Let's see now. Frozen Fire kind of picked up what we were laying down. The Tortoise and the Hare, Book of Aesop. Yes, that's like kind of like a in French. For French people like me, it's Jean de La Fontaine who did, I believe, a lot of these stories featuring animals in French literature. Dylan hopefully will be able to make it back if he can get plugged back into the satellite. But let us proceed. So yes, we were talking about. Whoops, we were talking about Turite.
Yes. Yeah, so basically it's that, and there is the concept too that like you can have multiple keywords. We don't currently have that for this particular build, but that will be coming eventually. And so there will be situations in which you will have an aerial guardian, right, who can kind of like block who any other aerial Nemot would have to attack it before attacking the player crystal, things like that, right? So there's going to be some interplay of those kinds of things. So it's going to be very like, you know, complex.
An
as far as the
aerial
keyword system
defender.
goes.
An aerial
Yes.
defender that must be struck first. Wow.
Yes. Yes.
That whoever builds that deck is going to put me way worse on tilt than Catfee did. Let me tell you right now. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to start hating sea turtles too.
Yeah, I'm trying to limit my hate to one species.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, Dylan. Looks like you went on the welcome back. I see you now and I see you. Can you hear us?
I can definitely, yeah, I can hear you guys. Wired into the hotel internet and it went out.
Yeah, if it's a convention, right. there's got to be a million people connected to that right now. It's going to be busy. Michael says, I mean, the pick of it, it's a little bit rough. Yes, right now, really, because Michael, this is pre-alpha gameplay. A lot of the things that you're seeing are placeholders. They're, they're essentially just there to occupy that space. But it'll be. We lost Dylan again. It'll be way more polished when on release.
Yeah. So yeah, and he may be talking about, of course, Catfee, which is just Catfee just looks rough. That's just the look of Catfee. Catfee is a well caffeinated cat.
Yeah. But we don't run a charity here, okay? We don't take even if he's having a rough life, I don't see how it's my responsibility to get him back on his feet, He Catfee needs to spread his wings, and he needs to learn a little bit of of autonomy, in my opinion.
Be a flying cat. Yeah. Flying cat would be more useful.
Yeah. I leave for 30 seconds and you're still picking on Catfee.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it came back around.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So I just muted you, Dylan, because I think we're getting a little bit of feedback.
Yeah.
Sarah says, "Don't judge by looks alone." No, I mean looks, and I feel like the Catfee's personality also is probably pretty bad, just based on my assessment. Sarah says, "Mabs, dude, I'm sorry. Maybe you guys are meeting the real me tonight, and my problems with Catfee. So, I mean, if you can't deal with it, then you can't deal with it. What can I tell you?" Zhuge says, "Dumpster cat." There you go, Zhuge. That's you're my new best friend. I think Zhuge understands me. Frozen Fire says, "Don't worry, I'm reporting any bugs I find." So, and I have seen that Frozen Fire in the Discord. Yeah. Frozen Fire is a one-person QA team, essentially, right?
Yeah. And I saw that Dave mentioned up there about the attacking burrow Niemot. So
yeah, let's talk about that mechanic. I do want to learn more about that.
So the primary thing right now that can attack a burrow Niemot is going to be other burrow creatures. So talking about the deck the way it is now, let's say, for instance, fur rabbits can attack fur rabbits, right? Because they both have burrow. Aerial can also attack burrow creatures. Range cannot. So you get a Zapper Duck out there, you shouldn't be able to attack a fur rabbit. But if you've got the flying, a flying creature, an aerial creature, you can attack a burrow creature. And then the idea is like, the early bird gets the worm kind of deal, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. But that's basically, and then of course spells affect all creatures. So
that's great.
There are not any creatures right now who are unaffected by spells. So that's something to keep in mind, right? Is that so?
I had not thought about that.
Yeah.
Because a flying guardian, just like I'm gonna have nightmares about that tonight. But now that spells is the spells is the big solution to that.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So still with the dream of building that spell deck. that everybody has, you know, dreamed of, is the no Nemots, only spells.
Hey, who knows? I mean, that's going to be a thing for sure. Eventually, we're going to have, you know, just a variety of different approaches to the game. That's probably one of the things that is most exciting for me, is how style is going to come into play, and how, of course, there's going to be a meta, but I think due to the like sheer variety of what's going to be available, I think a lot style is going to come into play quite a bit, and I can't wait for that. Sarah says bye, Dylan, but he's back.
So the question, Derek, that someone had asked me with this is Fur Rabbit losing its +4 power move when it first enters the field?
Yes, right now it is. That being said, I have so for instance, I've taken that particular mechanic, and that is on the mechanic spreadsheet. So it may lose it in the version that we're all playing now, but it's likely going to be in the actual game. So, so you know, you got a 1 in 1.8 million chance of getting it, I suppose. So
excellent.
Just roll them dice, right?
So a small chance.
Small, but I would say a small chance. Yes. Better than the lottery?
Probably a lot better than the lottery. I mean,
yeah,
you're getting there.
What is the odds of getting struck by lightning? What is that?
I mean,
1 in 6 million, if I remember right. I remember there was a better chance of getting attacked by a shark or a bear than getting struck by lightning.
Let's see. So, according to Google, it says lightning is one of the leading causes of weather-related fatalities, but the odds of being struck by lightning in a given year are only 1 in 500,000. I mean, that seems like a fair, way better chance than I thought.
Yes, yes.
Than what I said, yeah.
Over the course of your life, apparently it's 1 in 15,300. Over a lifetime. That seems terribly frightening.
Yeah,
I think I'm not
it close.
I don't think. I think I'm going to stay inside from here on. I'm never going out in a storm.
Yeah, I mean, I've played golf in like weathery conditions, and I guess I should probably never do that again. That looks like it's asking for it.
It's people like you that are bringing up those odds for the rest of us who don't go out in the rain.
Exactly.
There's you guys going out there with golf clubs and like holding them high above your head and the middle of the field.
And then Derek walks out in the middle of daylight, no clouds, and gets struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Based off the odds.
As our man Frozen Fire says, don't test nature. That's good advice. If I've ever seen good advice in my life, that's good advice. Let's see. Frozen Fire also said, later, can you put in Discord chat the Farabits description that is on the card? So just so we have maybe in the gameplay channel on Discord. Join us on Discord, by the way. This is where you may see descriptions. You may eventually have opportunities around the game Wildcard, and you get to hang out and chat with us all day about Wildcard, the upcoming play-to-earn game. So we have a scroll at the bottom of the screen. Please join us.
All right. You had given a shout out to Crickle earlier, but another huge shout out to what he did today. He created a bot that talks between our old Telegram channel for those that are just finding us and our main Telegram and Discord. So huge shout out to Crickle for that as well.
Excellent. Sarah, Derek, had a quick question for you. Can any of them repel the From Skies Above? Is there going to be
currently not? Currently not. There likely will be later on. Probably a quite rare kind of ability to avoid spells, but in any situation in which someone has that ability, there's got to be a negative, right? So for every incredible positive ability, there's also going to be some way to get around and something that negates that ability, right? So, you know.
Excellent. All right. Okay. So these are the, we have two or three rather new keywords that are just blowing up the meta, changing a lot of, or adding to the mechanics of the game. Is there anything else that we should be looking at right now, Derek, in this new build?
Yeah, that's primarily the things this week. There are going to be some other like some things that are kind of in like some little changes here and there. There's also a something that makes the attack animation a little better. That's in there. Yeah, just lots of like little kind of features too, as well as several bug fixes on the back end that hopefully will. Each week we're having less bug reports, so that's kind of good. You know,
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, right? Yeah, we get the most bug reports this week since we introduced something new.
I just saw Frozen Fire like with his eyes glowing, like that, like those memes, like
Yeah.
He's like, let me find. Should we do some sort of bounty program for some good bug finds?
I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, if we did a bounty program, Frozen Fire would be, swimming in it right
Rich.
now. So yeah, he'd be completely rich. So I don't feel comfortable with Frozen Fire, exceeding my personal net worth, so quickly. So we'll see. But it's not a bad idea. I think definitely something for sure, to reward all that hard work. The other thing I'm noticing, Derek, is that there are some changes to the names of cards. Like, there is a card now called "See Ya Sucker,"
which is actually from the skies from before, right? That's what the effect of it does. Yeah. So just some name changes. Trying to be like a little more, I guess, cute. I guess is the word. But yeah, like I think there's quite a few like of the spell names that are like that. Combat Rage, for instance, now is called Spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah. Wonder what that's from.
Yeah. And
something perhaps in the public domain.
Maybe.
Actually, he is currently in the public domain. Some of his stuff done at Fleischer Studios is actually in the public domain now.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that. You guys in the chat right now, Spinach, a card that gives you a lot of power, and it's called Spinach. What is that a reference to? Oh, Frozen Fire coming in hot. I saw Dave suggested earlier. I want to address this. He says a free Catfee card with every bug found. No, we want to reward people to find bugs for us. So that definitely would not work. Let's see what else. Thank you for teeing me up there, Dave. I love being able to close a joke like that. Let's see, nullify, double ouch. No, that hasn't changed.
Yeah, I think some of the earlier ones next to Spinach may have too, but I think the rest of those have not. I did like there is a bug that I noticed. So apparently the AI of this game, apparently with its logic on its first move, it can kind of do almost whatever it wants. Like it attacks, but it doesn't use the same kind of limitations and logic that we have to go by. So for instance, one of the things that's been happening is the Bonicorn, when it comes out, when the AI, specifically when you're playing against the AI and it comes out, and it will try to lower the health of your Nemots when actually it's supposed to be lowering the health of its own, like its ally Nemots. And so that seems to kind of be freezing it up some when when playing against the AI and they have a Bon of Corn in their deck. So yeah, I mean, obviously the AI is going to get fleshed out a little better than it is right now because it's pretty inconsistent. It's not difficult to win, but then sometimes it is actually kind of surprisingly difficult to win. Very inconsistent. But yeah, that's going to get ironed out. So
Excellent. I find that a little bit troubling. If our AI now is out of control,
cheating. Yes, it's
I mean,
cheating.
Yeah. Were you able to get the from the hand to the grave fix this round?
No, it's still having this issue, and there's the recall Nemot right now for everyone's purpose. It still costs the same amount, but it does actually send your card to the graveyard. I haven't determined why it's not sending it back. Like the movement script looks like it should send it back to your hand. Everything looks like that should work, but for some reason it's just not doing it. So still got to delve deep on that one. Yeah.
I don't know if it's been reported yet. I did find this bug out. If you do the return Nemot for health and you don't have any Nemots on the board,
That it'll
you
still
get
do it.
health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's things like that, like where the things are not quite broken out in sequential order in the sense of like they're kind of like a lot of times they're kind of separate, which is not good. It should be like in order that they go in. Like if this doesn't work, then but then these things also need some situation in which, like, frankly, you just shouldn't be able to play the card. If you don't have any ally Nemots out there, you shouldn't be able to play the card to begin with, you know? So yeah, so a lot of that stuff needs to get ironed out. You know.
excellent. But I will remind our viewers that you are currently watching pre-alpha gameplay. So this is a sneak peek at the upcoming game Wildcard. Things are still in development. Still, it's a miracle that we can actually play this thing and talk about it and look at it. So you were watching pre-alpha gameplay. Let's throw Discord back on there. We did have a couple of comments that I want to address. Zhuge says, "I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a cat fee today."
Love it.
Sarah says, "Catfee, the card of the people." I mean, if that's the case, then I stand against the people. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's
power to the cats.
Sarah says, "Check out how you can save Catfee on Discord." And Frozen Fire, our one-person QA departments for no, we have plenty of people playing the game, but is the person who is like, you know, undertaken to report and you know duly report bugs that he sees using our clever bug reporting system. Says, "Yes, I reported it. Yes, I reported it." I want to give you a shout out, Frozen Fire. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Let's see. Dave says, "Catfee for presidents." I mean,
why not? I mean, I know you don't like Catfee, but I mean, at this point, like, you know, we could do worse.
I'm starting to think we just don't have the right audience. You know, maybe the problem is Catfee and the people who watch us. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Sarah says, "Team Turtle." Team Turtle. I mean, I'm not going to let this go. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let this go. Just messing with Mavs. Okay. I mean, just know, you know, make sure you know what there will be a time where there will be a line drawn in the sand over Catfee. So this is reflect a little bit right now. This is your opportunity to think about what side of that line are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the Mab side, right? The light, or are you going to be on the side of the darkness, the Catfee? So I'll leave that there for now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's let's keep talking. So yeah, you know, some name changes, some bug fixes, a couple of things here and there that have changed.
Right.
And the addition of three 3 intense mechanics. So this is a huge update. What are we calling it, Derek? What number are we on here?
2.1.
2.1.
So not as big as, not as big as moving from 1 point whatever to 2, but still. But yeah, and then the idea is that like we test these things out this week, and then we can kind of like, in coming weeks be combining these keywords and seeing how that kind of alters things, bring in more Nemots that have these keywords, things such as that, and then as well as adding additional keywords as well to this, probably like at least probably about 3 or 4 more probably by next week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got to go through a lot of keywords. We got a lot of keywords because we got 1.8 million combinations, and so you gotta have a lot of
That's
keywords. You
true.
gotta have a lot of statuses, and those kinds of things are very important, and then unique and kind of interesting mechanics too, right? There's only so many times you can do the same thing, right? Where you say, okay, +1 +1, okay, +2 +2, okay, +3 +3. Like that's going to get pretty boring if that's all the cards are, right? You got to like, things have to be completely kind of changed up, and you got to be like, whoa, what is this? Like that kind of thing, and that kind of element of surprise when you see some of the mechanics,
For real. Sarah asks, Derek, do you ever sleep?
I have been known to do that before. Yes. I probably, I don't know, maybe after April, maybe like a few,
April
like
April
a
8th.
weekend or something. Maybe like April 8th, I just go to sleep, and then just whatever happens.
Yeah.
Let the
Derek,
team.
spoiler alert, but Derek is actually a 400-year-old vampire, and one of the conditions for him to return to his slumber is he has to release this game. So I didn't want to ruin it for anyone. And Sarah says the important thing: remember to like, share, subscribe, follow. Whether you're watching us from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube, or Twitch, please do all the social media things. You know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Mabs, do we not remember what happens when we get to 100 subscribers?
That's right.
You take your beanie off, right?
No, you bick your head. So at 100 subscribers, Dylan will bick his head. So that is
Wife was not okay with it.
I mean, that's we'll see. We'll take it under advisement, your wife's opinions on your hair, but we've already committed. I mean, legally speaking, we have to bick your head if we do reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. Once and a bicking, by the way, is it's a colloquialism meaning taking all the hair off your head with a Bic razor. So Dylan's committed to it. Thank you so much, Dylan. We really appreciate it. It's and if once we get to 500 subscribers, I will do a head reveal. So I will remove my beanie. If you've noticed, it's the first time you're watching, my name is Beanie Mabs. It has a little bit to do with my attitude. Also has to do with the fact that I wear beanies. I wear beanies professionally. And I think over that, we haven't set any other goals, but I think if we do get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, I will gladly do a head reveal.
I feel like that's not fair. 100 subscribers shaving the head versus 500 just, showing the Goldilocks that you have
They
under
always
there.
say getting to the first 100 is harder than getting to the 500. Once you're at 100. That's what they say. It's like 100 to 500 is like 4 people is all that is. And
so
then
then I must have just shot myself in the foot because I used like 2 other accounts to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. I mean, you're only hurting yourself.
Subscribe now.
You're only hurting yourself.
Get your family, get your parents. Just say like, hey, come check us out. See what we got going on here. Where in the world is Player One Taco?
Yeah, that's right.
What about if we make Dylan a deal where say for instance, we get to 100 this week. if it makes it to 500 by next week, he doesn't have to shave his head.
Oh,
So-
that would be interesting. That would put
So
some.
so put a little fire on him there, you know, little incentive.
I feel like Mabs would then turn off the subscribe button.
Yeah.
He's like, we can deal with this for a week.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, Dylan. I mean, you just need better lawyers. I feel, when you agree to these things, it's it's unfortunate. I wish I could help you, but you've already agreed to it, and a deal's a deal. And Sarah in the chat says, let's see, we do have it on video. That's right. Mabs is right. We have it on video. So, I mean, it's just that's just how it is.
Agreeing to a haircut. That's what I remember.
Excellent.
What about Derek? No, we can't. We cannot touch Derek.
No,
Yeah,
Derek
because
no.
we can't. The creator, because we don't know where his power comes from.
Yeah.
Mm,
Eh,
Yeah. The hair
not here.
clearly.
We're not here to tempt the gods. We're not in
Yeah,
the business
exactly, no.
of tempting
No.
the gods. We know
What
what
about-
happens.
What about you, Meanie Beanie? If we get to like 250, can we like shave the face?
No, that's definitely not happening. That's a hard no. I'll do a lot. I'll do full frontal nudity before I shave my beard off. How about that?
I thought, yeah, because I thought at like what 500 we're doing also, or is it 1,000? We're doing hot tub.
Oh, that's right. So we got to get Yo Randy. If you guys know Yo Randy, great member of our team. He's agreed to. Well, I think we're gonna enlist him. I think it's at 1,000 subscribers. We wanted to do a hot tub stream because I mean that's one of the big streamer metas right now, and it has been for a while. It's to be scantily clad and in a hot tub while we do our stream. But we do have a serious question here, an actual question. How rare will these new keywords be? Range
Yeah.
cards down strong.
So they will be. I don't have an exact number on how rare they are, but there's a basis for like. So it's based kind of upon the art, right? So like, say for instance, all of the creatures, like the birds and the bats and those kinds of creatures are going to have the ability to fly, right? So they're going to have aerial ability. So all of those will. Additionally, there's going to be items like a kite, like a paper airplane, like things like that. Those also will have the flying ability. And then finally, there's going to be situations in which there are certain hats. So that was just talking about flying. Obviously with range, it's a similar thing, right? You got the blaster gun, so then you've got range with that. But there's also like, so for hats, there's like flying, like a propeller hat that if a animal has that, they can fly. If there's also a Robin Hood hat, which gives them range. So if a Nemot has the Robin Hood hat, then they will have the range ability. So things kind of like this. I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to talk about all of the possibilities in art and stuff like that. But it will be kind of rare just from the fact that like all of these things are random. So when you're rolling the dice for them. But that being said, you will be able to like go on the marketplace, look up a specific type of Nemot with a certain type of art, and it'll have that ranged ability kind of thing. So
Is Robin Hood in the open market yet?
Oh, you mean public domain?
Public domain, yeah.
It's not. However, the hat is styled that way. It's not called a Robin Hood hat, but it is like
a ranger hat.
Like a hunter's hat, like those, the plumed, hunter's hat.
A plumed, yeah.
So
because Robin Hood was also a real
miner's
person,
helmet
right?
with like a
Robin Hood was a real person, actually. Robin Hood was a real person, though, so probably in the public domain, right?
Maybe. I know it gets weird with Disney.
With Disney, it gets weird.
Because they kind of appropriate these stories, a lot of these old stories, and then they like vault stuff, and then anyway, it gets kind of weird.
They do some
Frozen.
weird stuff.
The
Yeah.
Earl Flynn Robin Hood.
You what? Sorry, I missed the first part of that.
Do they own the Earl Flynn Robin Hood? I didn't think that was
Oh.
Disney.
I'm not sure, but it's just as soon as Disney touches something, then it just gets weird, right?
Radioactive.
Yeah, it just gets weird. So
Except apparently, like Mickey Mouse is going to be in the public domain, but only the one from Steamboat Willie is apparently in the public domain. But
Yeah.
you would be able to like make your own Steamboat Willie styled mouse. But of course, that style of Mickey Mouse nobody draws anymore.
no, and it's
Archaic.
totally,
Yeah.
and it's back when Mickey Mouse had some weird views. Let's say.
Yes.
Walt Disney had some weird views.
It was.
Well, let's not smear Walt Disney.
Frozen
Sarah-
had come after us.
Sarah says. Sarah says Robin Hood is in the public domain. So,
Ah, excellent. See.
excellent. There we go. Thank you, community Sarah.
Yeah.
We always there in the chat to bring us information.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I did have one of those issues though, because so like for instance, the artist there's like a bandage item, like a can of adhesive bandages, right? And of course on it says Band-Aid, which is actually a name brand, so you can't actually use that. So I had to like get that thing redone because of that. But it's funny because obviously like that's what we say, right? We say Band-Aid. You don't say oh, please hand me an adhesive bandage. I cut myself. No, you don't. You don't say that, right?
Yeah. You don't say liquid skin.
Yeah.
You say super glue.
Yeah.
Right.
As blood is like pouring out of your wound.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
please, may I have an adhesive bandage? What?
Oh, we don't have any of those branded ones.
We're not too sure. I mean, these
are CVS brand.
Wait, don't say that. We'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's true.
What about the same thing applies for like Q-tips too. Can't say Q-tips, but everyone calls them cottons. Gotta call them a cotton swab.
Yeah.
Kleenex.
Yeah.
I mean, just in marketing, that's the ultimate, right? For a brand is if your brand can replace the verb of the action of whatever it is that it's doing, like your product or whatever is doing, like Google, for example. We don't search the internet anymore. We Google it. Kleenex is another one. Sarah says that they call them plasters in the UK. We call them plasters in Canada too. Do you guys ever call Band-Aids plasters in the US? Is that a thing? No? There you go.
That sounds like a you thing, Mabs.
Yeah.
No wonder you're a meanie. You have some weird words. Does meanie mean something else? Then
meanie means the queen's on your money. That's what it means.
And we call your money loony. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have been streaming for about an hour now. Is there anything else, Derek, that we should mention about the game? I think we kind of covered everything.
Yeah, we kind of covered most of the big new stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to have people out there playing it and reporting, how things work, how things don't work, so that we can get on it this week.
Excellent.
Two questions I had for you on that. One, someone actually asked me if you're gonna put out another Linux build. And
yeah, so the issue, at least currently, is that I haven't been able to build one because apparently the bug system does not work with Linux, the new bug system. So that's the reason. Yeah.
Okay.
I know there are probably like a few Linux users, so we'll look into that this week.
And then the other thing that we had talked about is lockout. Is that happening?
You mean the
version
lockout? Yeah. So that is that one of the things that we're working on these coming weeks is we're basically transitioning the server to right now, like I think I said this like during our gameplay stream, but I'll say it again. Basically, there's the server only acts as kind of a room connection between the two players, and then they actually connect to each other, and then they kind of play the game. Eventually, it's going to be where the server like kind of sets everything up and then referees the match, so to speak. And so there's like basically the three. So it's the two players and the server like actually in each game, which is the way that it needs to work for, like, of course, cheating purposes and various things like that, because basically then the server is kind of like, the judge and jury basically of everything. But we're having to transition to that. And so in the progress of transitioning to that, we're going to work on that version lockout system as well. So that will probably be something we can do earlier rather than later, so that we can have that, open up the possibilities with that kind of stuff. So make sure everybody's on the same version.
Absolutely. Très cool. Let's see. Frozen Fire keeps saying very cool sound effects from Big Mike. Has new audio been added to the game?
There's some new sounds in it. They're just kind of like some that like from like a slash effect kind of thing that basically I took from. But Big Mike actually is working on another track for this. I pinged him, but I think he didn't have time to get it ready for the build today. But by next build, we should have like some more tunes in there. So yeah.
All right, and Sarah's starting a petition to save Catfee. I mean, whatever these efforts will be in vain. I'm letting all of you know right now, these efforts will be in vain. If you sign that petition, if you rally behind Catfee, if you put your heart and energy behind this Neemot, you will do it for nothing. And I promise you that. All right, so let's actually, I wanted to bring him up one more time, since we're mentioning Catfee here. So just get a good look at him, because you guys are not going to see this card for too much longer if I have anything to do about it. So this is not over. There will be a line in the sand eventually where it's going to be either you're with me or you're with Catfee. So we're going to have to figure that out. But this doesn't end here, ladies and gentlemen watching. It does not end here. I will continue my campaign against Catfee. Player one, you are now at ETH Denver, chilling with Jackson Pollock. Any parting words for us and our audience tonight?
No, I know the topic tonight was a little different, was going to be a little bit different, but
it was, yes.
For those that haven't had a chance to see what's going on with Phantasma and what Derek has created, the creator, please go check out Phantasma's site, phantasma.io, and see what they are doing with their smart NFTs and how you can start to see the possibilities, and just know that Derek, with what he has been doing so far, is just scratching at the surface of what he plans to do. So huge shout out to the creator. Be on the lookout for some awesome Discord stuff coming up. We have some really cool plans lined up. Some really fun stuff actually sort of got planned out today with some new people that met from Ukraine and Barcelona. So we will just, remember, guys, please be active on our Discord. Know that this is where we are at now. We do have our Telegram bridge, so to speak, to the people that are coming new to our scene and wanting to learn about either what has been going on in the past and where we are at now. But remember, We got some awesome stuff coming up, and based off of petitions. So know that petitions work. Jasper, our blockchain specialist, magic magician, he will actually be on our live AMA tomorrow.
Absolutely, and that AMA is happening at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1900 UTC, whatever that time means. International time, I guess. But 11 universal time. So 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our AMA tomorrow, where we take your questions, you watch, and we submit ourselves to. We put ourselves under the gun and answer all questions that you might have. Anything else, player one?
I just want to thank everyone, and man, I think I'm gonna have to try to start a petition to not bick my head at 100 subscribers. Can we like do a haircut at 100, and then maybe I can convince my wife like 250?
It's out of our hands. I'm sorry.
Like, can someone start that to like win me some brownie points, please? My wife thinks I already do enough for Taco Cat and Wildcard that I need to win some. She's like, now that the internet's dictating your life, and I'm like, yeah.
It's out of our hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I could help you, I would.
Right.
I would love to help you, but it's out of our hands, player one. I'm sorry. Derek, any parting words for our audience?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm excited to see what everybody does with this build, does with these keywords, the kind of decks that people build. Really start putting those out there. I want to see those, because I'm really getting interested in this kind of stuff as far as like once we start getting these keywords going in, like the whole game's going to change and it's going to be very fun.
Yeah, it's quite something to week over week just to kind of play the builds and witness it. And I mean, I'm already thinking back to one of the first versions where we only had like 3 emotes out there and kind of like a handful of cards and everything. It seems like so long ago, long ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Excellent. Well, in this world, 2 weeks is an eternity.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, for being great tonight on the stream. I also want to thank everybody in the chat for watching and commenting and liking and subscribing and doing all the social media things. We appreciate you. And I also want to thank our mods, Sarah, who's doing a great job, and anyone else that is modding for us. Actually, if you would like to be a moderator and get involved in the Taco Cat in the Wildcard community, join us on Discord. There's a scroll at the bottom of the screen there. Join us on Discord. There's plenty of opportunities for people who want to involve. And as Dylan said, we got lots cooking in the future for Discord. But if there's not anything else, I will say good night to everybody watching, except Catfee. If you're watching, not good night to you. I hope you sleep with one eye open, because I'm coming for you, Catfee.